Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Just want to do an unboxing and review of this that I got through yesterday, the PlayStation Classic. Was really excited about getting one of these, to be honest with you. I had the original PlayStation 1 at launch, so yeah, big PlayStation fan, to be honest with you. I've had the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3, and I've got PlayStation 4. I did unfortunately get rid of my original PlayStation 1 back in the day. Didn't have a lot of money, so the game shops in the UK used to do the trade-in options for the new console, so I did unfortunately trade my original PlayStation in. But yeah, just want to do an unboxing of this. If we look at the front of the box, they've done a pretty good job on the packaging. This is how I sort of remember the original packaging to be. I don't know off the top of my head whether this is accurate to the original packaging, but I think they've done a good job overall. If we look on the side, has details about what's included. So you get the two controllers, the PlayStation Mini, you get the HDMI cable, and you also get the charging cable. If we look on the back, on the other side, sorry, just more information. Interesting that if we look on the age rating on the front, I'm here in Australia, but it's got the MA15, but then you've got the 16 and 18 age ratings on there as well, so that's obviously must be due to things like Grand Theft Auto on there. If we look on the back, it's got all of the games there, the 20 games. A lot has already been said about the games included on this. I mean, it says on the back of the box, includes 20 of the best games for the PlayStation. I mean, I think we can all agree that those 20 games aren't the best games, but it is what it is. So yeah, let's get this open. Okay guys, so inside we've got another box, just a white packaging. We've got the PlayStation logo there, which is quite nice. Open this up to the side. We have inside another box, and that's got the little PlayStation Mini there. We also have the manual. Okay, so inside we have an HDMI cable, just a generic one. It doesn't appear to be any markings indicating that this is a Sony product, but it doesn't matter, it's only an HDMI cable. The charging cable. Again, no markings on there, it's just an unbranded charging cable. They didn't include, if you don't already know, they didn't include the charging brick, the power plug for this. So just to let you guys know, if you didn't know already, they tend to do that on these little mini systems. And inside these bags, we have two of these PlayStation Classic controllers, and the thing that hits me straight away, guys, is how light these actually are. They're really, really light. On the end is a nice little touch there. It's obviously USB, but yeah, it's shaped like the end of the original control pads, I believe. Okay guys, I actually have an original PlayStation control pad here. that I just found that I use generally with for some of the older games. And if we look there on the end, so they've actually you know, made these new PlayStation Classic control pads very much like the originals, to be honest with you. Yeah, this one feels, I don't know, the original feels a little bit heavier. Obviously this is really discoloured, but yeah, it's got all the buttons on there. The moulding seems very similar. So yeah, overall very good. Okay, so there's the little PlayStation Classic. Very small, as you would expect. It's got the feet on the back, which look like little felt feet. They don't look too straight, to be honest with you, if you can look at that, if you can see that. Yeah, you've got all the ventilation slots. You've got USB 1 and 2. You have little memory card slots there, which is accurate to how the original PlayStation looked back in the day, but obviously these are non-functioning. You have the reset, power and open buttons, and they all feel really good actually. Spring mechanisms in them, so that's really good. PlayStation logo is actually, as you would expect, it's moulded into that, and then the Sony logo there. If we look on the back, we have the HDMI port there and the charging port there. Have this little panel here, which I believe was on the original. I can't remember, as it's been a while since I've used an original PlayStation 1, but yeah, that's fixed and that doesn't actually come off. But overall the unit is yeah, nice. It's light, nice and compact. Just as a comparison, guys, if we have the SNES Mini there and this is the PlayStation Mini there, so yeah, there's similar sizes really. So yeah, I'll hook this up to the capture device and we'll see if we can capture some gameplay. Hey guys, I've plugged in the PlayStation Classic into my TV and capture device. This came up, the select language option. Okay, this is the next screen that comes up, and it's the console button guide. So it basically says what each of the 3 buttons do. As you could see earlier, there was an open button, and what that does is obviously doesn't open the CD the CD tray, because that doesn't actually open. There's no need for the CD tray on this classic version of the console, but they've put the open button, and what that does is it changes the virtual discs during gameplay. So games, for example, that use more than one disc, one CD, that did on the original PlayStation, an original copy of the game, for example Final Fantasy, when it comes to the point where you have to change discs on the physical version, you'll just press the open button, I would assume. Power button obviously turns the console on or off, and the reset button quits the game and goes to the home screen. So let's OK that. Okay, so this is the user interface. Incidentally, guys, the picture um, is actually 720, 720p, and yeah, the picture on the screen looks, on my TV screen looks okay. It looks a little bit better through the capture device, but for some reason, whenever I do connect any games console to this capture device, it always looks slightly better, but it looks okay on the screen. But we're just going to go through the games at the moment to begin with. So we've got Battle Arena Toshinden. I love the Battle Arena games, to be honest with you. I think there were 3 on the original PlayStation, and I had all 3 of them. Yeah, not the best fighting games, but I found them enjoyable. Next is Cool Borders 2. Never really been keen on snowboarding games. I think I may have played 1 or 2 of these in the past, but I can't be sure. But that's on there anyway. Destruction Derby, or Derby, however you want to pronounce it. I had this game on the original PlayStation. I thought it was pretty decent. Final Fantasy VII. Now, everyone knows about this game. I think this is the game that if you weren't already into RPGs, then you would have certainly picked this one up and played it. I never liked RPGs. My brother played lots and lots of games, and he loved role-playing games. He really did. I couldn't understand how and why he would spend hours upon hours on a game. You know, hundreds and hundreds of hours. Couldn't understand it. And then he recommended this game to me, and I wasn't too keen on it. The graphics were pretty crap, and everything else, you know, I didn't think it was anything special. But then I started playing it, and I just got addicted to it. And yeah, this was one game that I actually did complete. I think you collected the different summons and ultimate weapons or things like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, I actually did pretty much everything on this game. I think I've still got my save game somewhere on a memory card, but yeah, I never played any of the subsequent Final Fantasy games, but yeah, this one, yeah, just spent so many hours playing that. Grand Theft Auto, this is the first one. I love this game, to be honest with you. When I first got it, I thought, what is this? Rubbish graphics and everything else. I think I even took it back to the game store and got my money back for it, but I re-picked it up, repurchased it at a later date, and never finished it, but I like this game, to be honest with you. Intelligent Cube, never ever played it. Jumping Flash, never played this game. Metal Gear Solid, yes, who hasn't played Metal Gear Solid, the original. Mr. Driller, yeah, I think I played this game, not too sure. Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, another game that my brother loved, but yeah, I thought it was okay. Rayman, I've played a few of the Rayman games. Resident Evil Director's Cut. Now, I'm not sure if I've played the Director's Cut version of this game. I've certainly played the original. In fact, I remember I was in the UK when this game was first released, and in I think it was Electronics Boutique at the time, the game store. They had a midnight opening selling this game. You had to pre-order it, so I'd pre-ordered it. So had a couple of my friends, and we went down the midnight, midnight launch of this game. They had it playing, massive queue there, and I picked up this copy of the game, and well, Resident Evil, just the normal version. I really love that game. But yeah, looking forward to playing the Director's Cut. Revelations Persona, never played it. Ridge Racer Type 4, I love the Ridge Racer games. Super Puzzle Fighter, it's like a Street Fighter puzzle game. I think I've played it. Siphon Filter, yeah, I know this game quite well. I think there were 3 of them on the PlayStation. I completed all 3 of them back in the day. Tekken 3, love Tekken 3, absolutely love Tekken 3. I own this on the PlayStation, on the PlayStation 1. I own the PAL copy of it, and also the Japanese version, the NTSC version, which is obviously faster, and I also own the arcade PCB of this game. Rainbow Six, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, I am familiar with this game, but not on the PlayStation. On the PC, I played this. Twisted Metal, love the Twisted Metal games, I really do. And yeah, this one was one of my favourite games on the PlayStation. Wild Arms, don't think I've played it. And back round to Battle Arena Toshinden. Let's have a look at the settings while we're here. Okay, so we've got health and safety information. I never bother with that. Screensaver on or off. Language options. Power saving settings. Restore default settings. Initialize console. And legal notice. So as you can see, very basic what they've got on there. You've got guides, product website, console button guides. That's what we saw just now. Memory card. This is a virtual memory card for this game. You can confirm and delete save data. So yeah, nothing in there at the moment obviously, and a resume point. So let's start off by playing Battle Arena Toshinden. Oh, brings back memories. It's worth noting that I don't actually, as I said in the unboxing part of this video, I don't currently have a PlayStation 1 console. I literally...
8 travelling fighters brought together by a common destiny now meet at the Battle Arena Toshinden. Many years have passed since this tournament, known only to those in the underworld, was last held. Some fighters have come for personal glory. Others have come to fight for those they love. But all will do their best to be victorious in this tournament, which will decide their fortunes.
Yeah, I was saying I don't actually own the original PlayStation. I had it at launch, box and everything. I used to trade my games consoles in, to get the next newest console. I kind of wish that I hadn't done that now. Yeah, unfortunately I did. So I don't still have a PlayStation 1. However, I do have lots of PlayStation 1 games that I still like to play, and obviously the PS1 controller. I don't know how I still have that. I still can't work that out. And I picked up a PlayStation 2 Slim, PS2 Slim version, so I just turned the sound down a little bit. Very loud. Yeah, so I've got a PS2 Slim. I've got a PlayStation 3 as well and PlayStation 4, but I generally play my PS1 games on the PS2 Slim, so... Right, let's... I think what we'll do is we'll do a few minutes gameplay on each game. There's so many games on here that... well, it's not so many games, there's 20 games, but... Okay, can I remember how to play this game? Oh yeah, there's his ball thing that he glides across the screen on. Looks very dated, doesn't it, this game? Yeah, graphics look very, very dated. I mean, it doesn't actually look too great on my TV screen. That's because it's a 55-inch 4K TV, so as you can imagine, yeah, it doesn't look great. It looks alright through the capture device. Yeah, it's got that kick as well. Okay, let's hit the reset button. Okay, and it's created a resume point, so let's go to resume and puts us straight back to where we were. So if I hit that again, do you want to delete the existing resume point and save a new one? Oh, okay, so it gives you an option whether you want to overwrite it. We'll go to no for that. Okay, let's try Cool Borders 2.
Web systems.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? And I'm waiting for.
Hit me.
Okay, let's press the
Start
button. Never ever played this one. Controller feels nice though, definitely similar to the original. It's comfortable in the hand and everything.
Ready? Go! Get in. Don't force it. Feel it. It's time to... Oh, I want to lose it. Yes.
Got a clue what I'm meant to be doing. I'm just meant to be getting from A to B. Yeah, I've got to be honest with you guys. The picture on my actual TV screen is quite appalling. So maybe I need to just plug it into a smaller screen or whatever. I don't know. But looks fine through the capture device. But obviously when I'm actually playing the game, you know, not recording gameplay for a video for YouTube, I'm gonna, you know, have it connected to my TV. So.
Second place. Nice.
Played this one in a while. Yeah, this game hasn't aged very well, has it? I suppose you could say that about most or all of the PlayStation 1 games. But yeah, this is a game I would still play, to be honest with you. It's kind of how I remember it anyway. Okay, let's and it creates another save for us. Final Fantasy VII. Now this is a obviously that's quite a big game. Is it even worth me putting that on? I'll put that on for a while anyway, for a couple of minutes. Okay, so it says there, tells you that this game, because it's multiple discs, you're going to need at that certain point, you're going to need to hit the open button to change or swap the discs. So that's okay. Okay, so new game. Can we skip this? No. I'm not sure I would actually play this game again, to be honest with you. I mean, because of the amount of hours that I dedicated to this game years and years ago, I really did. I just stopped doing anything else, and I was just playing this game. So, not sure I'd bring myself to play through this again. But if you've never played it, it's well worth playing. Now this is annoying that you can't actually skip the cutscene. Oh, what am I doing? That's it. Brings back memories. Really does. Okay, that's Final Fantasy VII. Grand Theft Auto. It's, Okay, I'm going to turn the music off, guys, because I know YouTube can be quite funny if you upload videos that have got music tracks in. So
music for your pleasure.
okay, I can't remember how, it's funny seeing the loading on here, but I can't remember how slow or fast this was on the original. I think I do have the original on the PlayStation. I don't even remember what to do. Okay, how do we get in a vehicle? Let's run them over. Oh no, I want to get back in the car. That's it. Okay, I think it plays alright. It plays just how I remember it to. To be honest with you, I'm from the UK, so I would have only ever had a PAL version of this game. So I think this is the PAL version on here. Okay. Intelligent cube. Oh, I see. That says there Sony Computer Entertainment America, so this would be the NTSC version of the game. I would imagine that the PAL versions of the games would say Europe on them, so we'll have to check that.
First stage.
Okay, never actually played this before, as you can see. Not even really sure what I'm meant to be doing. Fallen to my death. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, that was terrible, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's a game I'm going to have to come back to. Jumping Flash, another game that I've never played. So this is a PAL version, as you can see there. It says Europe in brackets.
Jumping Flash.
Okay, this is going to be fun.
Ready to go?
Okay, looks quite interesting. Like that.
Go for it.
Power pill. Whatever the hell that means. Oh no. Okay. It's quite addictive. Metal Gear Solid. So let's have a look at this one. Game gives you the message because this was multiple discs. And this is the NTSC version, as you can see. VR training. Can I even do that? Metal Gear Solid. Mr. Driller. Again, this is a NTSC copy of the game. Oh no! As you can see, I don't think I've ever played this one before. Okay, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey.
Hello. Okay. 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 Follow me.
I remember when this first came out, graphics are pretty good. I think they're still good now. Oh, can I interact with that?
I don't know. I don't know.
pretty good. Okay, let's move on to another game. Rayman. Sure I've ever played this version of the game. I've played it on other consoles. Yeah, graphics pretty good still. Again, through the capture device, I think it looks okay. Through my TV, not so much. Okay, that's Rayman. Resident Evil Director's Cut. And this is a PAL game.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Great acting in this game.
But he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check.
Yeah, another game that looks very, very dated. But when this came out, this was just an amazing game, I thought.
Chris? Take care.
any weapons. Maybe I want to pick one up. Okay, so that's Resident Evil Director's Cut. Revelations Persona. Don't think I've ever played this game. Okay, so this is like an RPG. Looks okay. Never played this before, so I would probably play this one. Okay, let's move on to the next game. Ridge Racer Type 4.
R4. Ridge Racer Type 4. Three, two, one, go! Here we go! 3 laps to go.
Haven't played this one in a while. Obviously need a bit of practice on this one again, but yeah, plays alright, looks okay I think. Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. NTSC game.
Capcom. Ready? Fight!
かかってこい。行くぞ。波動拳。打ってこい。どうした。どうした。真空波動拳。行くぞ。よし、いい感じだ。
And that's Super Puzzle Fighter. Siphon filter.
Studio.
When does the operation begin?
Our intelligence within the FBI was not clear.
I've got an ID match for Romer on level 1. Geardo is on level 2. No location yet for Kravitch, and I don't see any sign of Aramon.
Copy. I'm on my way.
It's been a while since I played this one. How do I change weapons? Aha! Okay, I take it I wasn't meant to... the way he runs is pretty funny. Oh. Oh no, got no weapon. Okay, that was Siphon Filter. Tekken 3.
Round 1. Fight.
Okay, yeah, this is obviously slow.
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, it's very noticeable because I do play this one quite regularly on the NTSC version and my arcade PCB that I have with this.
Round
Can really notice the difference. It's like almost in slow motion.
Round 2. Fight.
Still playable, obviously, but
Round 2. Fight.
okay, that's Tekken 3. Rainbow Six. Another power game.
The year is 1999.
Okay. Yeah, this game was never great on the on the PlayStation. This should have just stayed on the PC. Twisted Metal. This is another NTSC game by the look of things. My weapons. Ah. I'm more familiar with, I think it was Twisted Metal Black. Which I absolutely love that game. Oh, I'm gonna die. And I'm dead. Yeah, this game probably hasn't aged very well. I'd still probably play it though. That's one on here I would play. Wild Arms. Let's do this, and that's the last game on here. This is an NTSC game. Okay, is this one an RPG? Okay, this looks okay. Okay, not going to continue with this one. Okay guys, that's all 20 games that I've quickly, briefly showed on this PlayStation Classic. To be honest with you, I don't mind the user interface. It is very basic. There's no music in the background that you can even select. There's no different like wallpaper screens you can select. There's nothing. All it does, all it's there for is to search through the 20 games, and that's fine. You know, it's kind of a no frills product, isn't it, really? Guys, I hope you enjoyed my unboxing and review of the PlayStation Classic. What do you guys think of it? I mean, do you think that it's a good purchase for the money? I mean, I think I paid 149 Australian dollars for mine. So I mean, what do you guys think of it? If you own it, are you happy with it? I mean, to be honest with you, I think the packaging is really great on the box. I think the console is real nice looking, the control pads. Yeah, they're not analog. We all knew we weren't getting the analog ones. The original PlayStation didn't have the analog sticks on the control pads, so they're quite accurate to the original. I think the look and design of the little mini console is great. I think, yeah, the overall look of it is great. For the negatives, yeah, the user interface is basic. It's using quite a common, I think, open source emulator instead of a sort of Sony, you know, Sony designed emulator to run the software. And the selection of games isn't going to be to everyone's taste, and to be honest with you, yeah, there's a load of games on there that I don't quite like. There's some good ones on there. It is disappointing that they went for the power releases. I mean, I always grew up with the power releases of the games, but you know, especially for the early consoles, the SNES and the Mega Drive. But when I got onto the PlayStation, I did tend to get the import copies. I had a chipped. I had my PlayStation chipped or modded, and I had, yeah, I never looked back. I had the NTSC copies of the games, so things like the fighters, it's really noticeable. Tekken 3, I mean, I probably will do a comparison video with my NTSC copy of Tekken 3 on the PlayStation. And I also do have a PAL copy as well, so I might actually run both of those on the original hardware and actually compare them against the PlayStation Classic version and the arcade PCB I have of Tekken 3 as well. So I might do another video comparison of those. But yeah, I mean, I hope you like the brief. I showed briefly all 20 games. Just to give you guys an idea of what they sort of look like. I think the capture device, the Elgato capture device, captured the gameplay footage better than what it actually looked on my TV. On my TV, the games don't look great. They do look dated. I mean, the SNES and NES Mini consoles, they look fine on my TV, but you know, generally they're not 3D games like most of the PlayStation games, so they do look a little bit dated, especially when I'm trying to play it on a 55-inch 4K TV. Probably not the best TV to run it on. But I'm looking to pick this console up to just play all you know, the 20 PlayStation games on here, and that's all you want to do, then it's fine. I mean, yeah, you'd probably be better off picking up, it'd be more expensive, but picking up a genuine PlayStation 1 or PS2 console which plays the PlayStation 1 games. That's what I use. However, I picked this up because I know that it's going to be hacked. It is going to be hacked. So hopefully I'll be able to put on there the games that I want to play and the games that the NTSC versions of the games, so they run at full speed and everything else, sort of how I remember them. So I have no doubt that it will be hackable quite soon. Also, another negative is the control pads. The leads on them ridiculously short. I didn't measure them, but yeah, I have to sit really close to my TV, which I don't like doing. So I'm sure some company will come out with some extension leads or whatever for those. But interestingly, the HDMI cable was extra long. Again, I didn't measure it, but it was strange that they made that extra long when you don't need it to be. And the control pad leads weren't long at all, but you know, it is what it is. I think the save feature works quite well. I actually like that. You hit the reset button and it creates a save for the game, and then you can immediately go back into it. But yeah, I'm glad I got this, to be honest with you guys. I am a sucker for these mini consoles. I have the SNES Mini and I've got the NES Mini and I've got the Neo Geo Mini, and I love the little arcade machines. So yeah, I hope to get more of these. I hope they release more. I'd love the Sega Mega Drive one. Really hope that that comes out. I do have the AT games or AT games, Genesis or Mega Drive consoles. They're not too great, they're okay, but I do have an original Sega Mega Drive anyway, Model 1 and Model 2, and I have a Sega 32X, so I might do some gameplay and an overview of those at some point or another. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This video was a little bit long, but hope to get some more videos up shortly when I get some free time. But if you like the video, please hit the like button, and if you like my channel and like the content, please hit the subscribe button. Okay guys, cheers, bye.